hold on, I'm getting some pictures. Yeah, if you want the good off-roaders. Yeah! Yeah! So like, man, I drove this girl from Carrollton to Atlanta. Like, I was driving through Carrollton for work, right? Like, dude, look at this fucking thing, man. Cracking the frame where at? Like right there in the oh, you mean they're on the right? I don't even know if that's a crack. Like, I mean, fuck it. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt at this point. But man, dude, I'm telling you, I had never seen anything like this thing. So I happen to be passing through Carrollton, and like I stop with my sister, and she's like, "Oh yeah, take the stepdaughter," and she just test drove this FJ Cruiser in Atlanta yesterday. She just needs you to drive her to Atlanta since you're going that way anyways. I'm telling you, dude. Yeah, so she packs us all up in the car, stepdaughter's friend. She gave us like a bunch of cash to just fucking buy this thing. And we drove all the way to Atlanta. Man, it was like an hour and 45-minute drive, and we had no plans to get the stepdaughter. What? The sway bar? Yeah. I don't see a sway bar. I see a track bar. But anyways, so we didn't even have any plans to get the stepdaughter back to Carrollton, right? Like the plan was she was just gonna buy this and drive it back. And like I said, she'd already driven it the day before, and it looked fine. And she said it drove good and everything. 155 on it, and I get there, and I poked my head under this thing, like, and as the instant I poked my head under this vehicle. I came back up and I was like, no, I am so sorry. We are not, Uncle Jack cannot sign off on this. I am so sorry. I was like, Audrey, I am so sorry. I cannot say yes to this. Oh yeah, and then this is the best part. This is where you could see and that's the trailer hitch electrical receiver. This is where you can see the overspray from from all of the whatever you even call this like rubber undercoating shit. I don't even like whatever the hell that's called. And I was like, yeah, no. Man, so get this. So we all drove like all the way to Atlanta for this, and it's like 4 in the afternoon at this point. And we all pile back in the car, and I'm like, yeah, it's like, it looks like bedliner shit. I've seen it when they do this. Like, I test drove years ago, back when I lived in Raleigh. I test drove a T100 at a little shithouse car dealership. Drove beautifully. Drove like an absolute dream. And I'm not kidding. And I looked underneath it, and it looked exactly like this, and I was like, oh my God, fuck that. And anyways, like, I was like, well, Uncle Jack does not want to drive all the way back to Carrollton. Uncle Jack wants to go back to his house in Cobb County and eat dinner and go to sleep. So what we did was we just started like hitting all the new car dealerships on the way back out of where we were. And we wound up at a Ford dealership. And that's right. I am in Braves country. And so like we wound up at a Ford dealership, and we were like, what do you have for like 10, 11 grand? And the guy was like, nothing. And then finally they were like, well, we do have this 2008 Honda CRV, 89,000 miles, bought new in Marietta, one owner, always in Marietta, always serviced, 89,000 on it. Yeah, like the cleanest car you've ever seen in your life. '08 CRV. Old people owned it. They came and traded it in on some Ford or something, and they were like, yeah, we'll sell you this for 10.5, which after taxes and fees wound up being like 12 grand, but like they give it to you for quote 10.5 unquote, you know what I mean? And we wound up just being like, all right, buy this for what, an '08 CRV with 89,000 miles. I'm telling you, that thing was clean as a whistle. I mean, it was pristine.